that when you have a change of government between different parties, a change where it is, as has now happened, I don't know of any instance where such a manner happened. What happened is the public service who have provided the support to whoever is the minister in charge. They handle that handover. If it is required of me, if it's requested of me, of course, as I've just said, I am a citizen of Grenada and be wanting what is best. But certainly I can tell you from my experience when we came in 2015, September 2015, there was no handing over by the previous government, the UNC government or the People's Partnership to the PNM government.
I think it was done previously.
Alright, that's why I say you have the experience. I can only speak to my experience. Okay,
but
any other questions on this topic?
Yes, Bob from Central Media. What is the cause of not having the pipeline running the Trinidad? They say that the pipeline has to run through Venezuela. And
which pipeline are you referring to?
That whether the UNC is saying that they will go to Guyana and extract more gas.
The pipeline from Suriname and Guyana, if gas is being brought, that is a variable cost because it will depend on which gas field this is, where the gas is coming from, what is the length of the pipeline, whether you're going deep water, whether you're going shallow waters, and all these types of things. It is a very, very significant cost, but ultimately it has to pass through Venezuelan waters.
If a company is Russian-based, is there any challenge with sanctions?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things the United States have sanctioned is all Russian-based companies. So that is a massive hurdle because this company in Grenada was Russian-based, and in fact, our OFAC licenses for Dragon and Burkina Manake have very specific conditions that no one connected to Russia whatsoever is permitted.
So MP, you're just here as MP, you keep saying that you're just here as a concerned citizen. Is it customary for an MP or concerned citizen to hold a press conference, let alone in Balisier House, to discuss energy matters?
First of all, I mean, as a concerned citizen who is a member and a life member of the PNM, it is a concerned citizen who held a number of positions up to a few days ago. So let's not pretend that doesn't exist. You all in the media very, very often like to call this one former this and former that. Alright? So last
Of course, I heard your stipulations, but I can't resist.
well you can ask and I could say
You're comfortable with this new position in the party?
as a member, a lifelong member of the
As a
party.
member who was just a prime minister,
Of course I am.
and are you likely to remain comfortable for the long run?
I don't see, unless there is some reason for me to experience discomfort, the answer is yes. I am a life member of the People's National Movement and I am enlisting in service. Can I predict how my life will unfold? The answer is no. Last question, Ray.
It appears from all that has been said that the UNC as a party was in discussions with the Guyana government with respect to this gas arrangement.
You may be privy to information, I am not privy to
No,
where that's been said.
No, but they have said that there were discussions
Okay.
and that, so I'm asking, what would be your comment to the fact that as a political party, they have been able to at least begin some kind of negotiation or some sort of discussion?
There are two differences. Discussions don't necessarily equate to negotiations, but I did say very, very clearly that we, as the government, the PNM government, up to when we left office, were in discussions with the Guyanese government. We were in discussions. I said that Prime Minister Rowley and myself attended their energy conference and we spoke when we were there, hosted by the Guyanese government. Up to last week, had discussions with President Ali. That is absolutely something that was being pursued. I also said that I attended at Exxon's headquarters in Houston on a number of occasions. They are the producer of the field, and I said I was having discussions and trying to persuade them that Trinidad and Tobago is an outlet. So that is absolutely nothing.
Simultaneously.
Well, I don't know what discussions were taking place between the UNC in opposition and the Guyanese government, but as I say, our government is entitled to speak to anyone. When let's use the example, when we were the government and President Biden was the president of the United States with a democratic government, as we've said on record a number of times, we were speaking to Republicans. That is not something that is unusual. We speak to both sides. All I can speak to is what we did, and we were in discussions with Guyana. All right, thank you all very, very much.